we sold everything. House, most of our belongings. We came across Ecuador through some YouTubers, Abundant Living, Amelia and JP, the Flins on the Fly. Some of them, weren't quite what we were expecting. They were a lot more pricier than advertised.
Which ones do you recommend the most?
Recommend the most?
Derek and his family followed YouTubers' advice and moved from Canada to Ecuador. But how did that advice hold up? In this interview, we pack what was true, what was misleading, and how they're making it work, including Derek's job at the Café. The truth at the end might change how you research your own move. I'm Eric. Let's get into it.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a new story and a new guest. Let's get to meet him. What's your name?
I'm Derek.
Derek, where are you from?
Canada, British Columbia.
British Columbia. You came down here to Ecuador, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Where are we now in Ecuador?
We are now in Cotacachi, province
Imbabura.
Imbabura.
Right, exactly. And you came down here alone or with other people?
With my family, so my mom, my dad, and my brother.
Let's chat a bit about your move down. How did you prepare coming down before you came here to Ecuador?
Yeah, absolutely. So we had been thinking about moving for a little while, and we started looking at other places around the world. Initially it was just in Canada, then we started looking at other areas. We came across Ecuador through some YouTubers, and my parents made a trip in January to first of all check it out, see how it is, and it seemed like it was a place we wanted to move. So a couple months later, all of us packed our things and went down to first to Vilcabamba, and then for about 4 months. And then we moved up here to Cotacachi, and I've been staying here for past 7 or 8 months now, I want to say.
Tell me about the expectations you had about Ecuador and if those were fulfilled or not.
Right. We were excited for some like lush, green, beautiful forests and like kind of jungle-like. At least that was what I was excited for. When we got here, it was during the drought, so things were a bit dry, but not quite what we expected. Then the rainy season hit, and the drought was over, and it was lots of rain just pouring down, which from what I hear was just not normal. But I mean, so far we've loved it. There's been a few things that have been different that we weren't really expecting, but troubleshoot, find out what works.
What were some of the things that you were expecting, for example, in terms of maybe cost or something else didn't meet your expectation?
So initially we had been hoping to find property, a house, a bit of land, and for the prices that are usual for here. We went down to Vilcabamba first, and the prices were definitely not what we expected. They were a lot more pricier than advertised or than we'd heard. And so then we started looking at other areas. We came up to Cotacachi. Prices are still a little expensive, but definitely not quite as much as we had found down in Vilcabamba. As for food, the prices are excellent. That's what we were hoping for. It's not at all like what it was in Canada, where it was just incredibly expensive.
I've met expats, explored prices, walked the streets, and looked into safety. If you're serious about Ecuador, check out my full playlist for real boots-on-the-ground info.
What were the places where you found this information that wasn't what you experienced?
We came across a couple YouTubers. Some of them was great, some of them, weren't quite what we were expecting. We came across Abundant Living, we came across Amelia and JP, we came across the Flins on the Fly. So a couple that were giving us examples of what it looked like.
Which ones do you recommend the most?
Recommend the most? Flins on the Fly. I feel like they give a good one. And now we have Eric's channel, so it could be another great one to check out. A couple different ones that gave us some information. Some of it was good. I mean, from each of them, it kind of gave us an idea after we looked, referenced with others, and eventually came to a conclusion that we wanted to come here. So,
and what sort of things did you do to prepare before coming down?
Before coming down, so we sold everything. House, most of our belongings. We just packed, each of us, 2 suitcases. We saved up as much as we could, and then came down here with over 2 flights, maybe 3 plane rides. And I mean, we kind of looked into what it was like to get a visa here, to get residency here, which coming from Canada was a little bit different, a little bit trickier, just because the paperwork is not quite compatible with what they asked for here. So that was tricky, but after talking to people here, I mean, we found help, and process is on the way.
So let's talk about your family. You came down with your brother, was it? And who else?
My mom and my dad, yeah.
And what are the ages of everyone?
My mom, I want to say 45. My dad, 56. And my brother is 18, I'm 20.
And what do you think about coming here as a 20-year-old? Was that something that you were excited about, or were you kind of like a bit like nervous about?
I was excited for change. Definitely living in Canada, and scenery is beautiful. We loved it there for the beach, the forest, mountains. Like it was just a beautiful place to live. But I was definitely excited for a change of scenery and to experience a different culture. So.
Are your parents currently working here in Ecuador?
Not right now. We're currently still in the process of finalizing our paperwork here. And so eventually we're going to look at maybe getting some online work or such things like that. I'm currently working in a little cafe.
Let's go ahead and show off the cafe right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pedro La Palma, this is the entrance to the Cuckoo's Nest. We have like a little open air kind of marketplace. And here it is, Cuckoo's Nest. This is where we just had breakfast with the gang here. We got some cool stuff being sold here. Let's do a Nux here. Oh, nice, all three together. And here's Derek, working hard.
This is Cuckoo's Nest, a cafe, kind of got lunch, a little bit of mix of Ecuadorian and American food, American style diner.
What kind of foods are your most popular dishes here?
Ooh, okay, we got a Philly cheesesteak, an orange chicken, which is like a spicy orange sauce, a bit zesty with fried chicken, rice, and vegetables. We've also got, our breakfast, regular American breakfast, eggs, hash browns, toast. You can add bacon, however you like it. Yeah, we got juices.
Let's talk about the standard price of a breakfast and lunch. So let's start off with the breakfast.
For our regular eggs, hash, and toast, we got $4.50 for that. Eggs and pancakes, we got $4.50 as well.
How about for lunches?
For lunches, we've got the Philly cheesesteak, if I remember correctly, is $7. And then our orange chicken is $8. We've got sometimes meatloaf, and that one is also $7.
For all those that don't know what he's referring to in terms of prices, this is dollars, USD. The Ecuadorian country uses USD as their currency. And how about any famous desserts or other things that people might come here for specialties?
Excellent. Yes, we've got a German chocolate cake. This one's been super popular. It's sold out. Like we made one in a day, sold out completely, made another one, it then sold out as well. We've got lemon bars, cheesecake. Just the other day we had guanabana mousse, and that one's also been a pretty big hit. Cookies, muffins, yeah.
All right, guys, well, if you're looking for some type of Western style, American, Canadian style food, I actually came here with Graf. So I got the omelet. Right. What did you get?
The chorizo, cheese, and scrambled egg croissant with hash browns.
This is like around $5 or so, right?
Yep, $5.50.
And then you got this
got the big fruit bowl.
big fruit ball. Looks pretty nice. And then I got, like I said, this is around $4.